Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining us here in the charge. Tune into the market-based edition. Fellow compositors speaking, we'll be exploring the beautiful instrument that goes by the ticker symbol of ZM. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The over the weekend verdict, it is in. I'd like to share with you all some pretty interesting details in the charts here. If you're new here, no fundamental data, just pure interesting analysis is what we consider it here. So sit back. I want to show you a pretty interesting chart to show you the structural foundation that was last recorded in this Zoom instrument and just kind of go over the important level, some of the things that we've already explored. We've been following this for quite some time. I'm actually going to share something with you that's pretty powerful here. So let's not waste time. Let's go ahead and dive right into this interesting chart here, shall we? All right, so today's March the 28th, 2021, and the previous close of Zoom is going to be $319.95. It closed positive, approximately 1.6% for the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Another episode, ASMR, Interesting Analysis, brought to you by Napoleon Macro. Here's the lines, everyone, the new lines. All right. Really simple for me to understand. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a very interesting areas where I was able to find some bubble structures. And I hate to use that word bubble because people are going to start getting nervous, but this is kind of the bubble areas that I've found for 49 days. And of course, just below that area, there's like 315 days of a structural foundation is what I'm going to consider it as. I'm going to explain everything for you wonderful folks. And this area here is currently where the price is within. I gotta cut out the time frame that I've given Zoom. I've given Zoom too much time. So let's get into the details. Before we get into that, kind of a credentials check, I guess. If you guys notice, this is the video that we posted, the scary Zoom pattern that no one is talking about. Okay, September the 24th, 2020. The price at that time, if you can see on the screen, is like $464. Okay, and this is something that I just want to show everyone. I actually had to give myself a thumbs up because nobody engaged with the video. There's like 24 views, and no one was listening to me at the time. No one still listens to me most of the times, right? But I just want to show you all that. Listen, we've been following this beautiful instrument since September the 24th. Even before then, we've been kind of trying to let investors know, like, listen, there's something weird about Zoom. I realize there's some explosive, futuristic stuff going on with it, but something's not right. All right, so let's get into the details. Sheesh. All right, so let's first start with where the price action is right now, present day. Okay, so for those of you who are new, there's just one level down here at about $280. I think we've been saying that for quite some time as well. If Zoom just so happens to break below, let's just say this lower line down here, which is at like $307, it's likely going to go to this level. And I'm going to speculatively say that there might not even be a sufficient amount of support at that level. Okay, so let's just kind of get that out of the way. But we've given Zoom some time. According to the way that I understand charts, okay, Zoom should have bounced some time ago, because what I was doing was comparing it to this small area right here that I just circled in between December the 28th all the way over to January the 11th. So that little small 3-week window. The same thing should have taken place that has taken place in the past. I know it doesn't always play out 100%. I get it. But if it starts breaking down, then this means that the structural, let's just say the level, right? The level where it bounced, which is like right there at about $336, it really needs to show some strength. It needs to show something, okay? Because Zoom is just, it's not looking good right now. Zoom is just, I don't know, it's just sagging too much and it's taking too long to make a move. All right, so the best case scenario for Zoom right now would be, I'd have to give it another, I know Zoom bulls, I know you're like, dude, you just gave it like 3 weeks and it's not doing anything. Well, it's not me, it's Zoom, it's the buyers. They're not picking the price up. So I'm just trying to find some sort of bullish case to justify the price going up. But just be clear that my tone on this market is continuing down. I want to see something bullish out of Zoom, but the buyers aren't stepping in. And they need to do it next week, up to 3 weeks. Man, if Zoom gets below $306 and you just see it starting to go down, no, that's it, man. That's it. All right, so, excuse me, let's take it one step at a time. Next week, let's see how Zoom performs. If you see it continuing to get below $306, then yeah, something's not right with Zoom, guys. And remember, I'm on no bandwagon. If it starts to go down, this is nothing bandwagonish about what I'm saying. It closed positive. $319, okay? And I'm giving you the bearish scenarios. You guys already know the level it needs to get above. It's not going to change. $331. It needs to close above that level in order to even think about starting some sort of counter push from the sellers that have had control of this market ever since October, 2020, at the highest point, October the 19th, 2020, The sellers have been successfully lower high, lower low, and currently up against a lower low. So Zoom, that guys, you need to step in. Serious, man. It's not a joke at this point. Serious, you guys got to step in. If the Zoom market continues to go lower, I'm going to explain what these little 49-day bubbles is what I'm going to call it. And this way you'll kind of understand why I say they're just kind of like little bubbles. But let's zoom in on this little artistic area that I drew for you, wonderful folks. Hopefully you guys love this. I love this. And I'll explain to you what I guess this means, So 315 days it took these little wonderful guys. This guy's down here. He's just sleeping. He's just tired from building this structural foundation is what I'm going to consider it. The more time that the price action spends within a confined range, the more powerful the breakout will be in either direction when it actually happens. In this case, it took 315 days to structurally build a foundation that actually led to a breakout to the upside. And this gentleman here is just kind of sitting down because he's, built the structural foundation. So he's taking a break and he's just reading a book because it broke out. So there's nothing else that he has to worry about, at least till now. At least for now, he doesn't have anything to worry about, right? I know someone's saying, wait a minute. Don't start talking like that, man. Don't tell me Zoom's going to go down in this area. I'm not sure, guys. I'm going to continue on the details. And this guy here, he's like, he was the last person to push the price up and out of this range. The top of the box is currently at $104. Now, the reason that I'm explaining this structural foundation to you all is because this is the only lengthy structural foundation that is recorded in the technical data that I can verify and measure. So since this is the only structural, verifiable, measurable foundation that I can, point out on a chart, then that's all that I have to reference in terms of the financial strength in this market. Because when these little guys built this 315-day structural foundation, there was so much strength and momentum that they were able to gather within that 315 days. They were able to produce a very substantial move to the upside, which if we wanted to measure from the lower levels all the way up, it was able to produce an 823% rip to the upside, And let's just go ahead and measure it from the breakout to the most recent high, and this way we'll have an understanding of the momentum. So it took about 245 days. So that's actually very good. Now, the reason that I bring that up to your attention is because if this $281 level is compromised, like it gets an official compromise to the downside, I don't really think that there's going to be any real structural foundation to hold the price if the momentum starts to accelerate to the downside, because here you only have a 49-day consolidation range before it ripped to the upside, right? And then you have another 49-day consolidation before it continued to move up. So as far as I'm concerned, the only real structural foundation that sustainably should still be intact in the overall Zoom market, take it easy there, bulls. I've been covering Zoom. I don't think nobody's been covering Zoom like me, and I'm not saying this is going to happen. The top is at $108. Now, I'm not saying Zoom is going to $108, but through some very interesting technical research, I'm going to pull the markets down where through my technical research that could be 100% incorrect. Yeah, I'm still pulling it down. It's measuring the price could have the potential to go, yes, I'm still pulling it down all the way down to $29, about $130. Yeah. I know, Zoom bulls. Yeah, man, that's some interesting information. But before we do that, we can't do that. We can't pull that skirt. No, that's a weird explanation. We can't pull the market down that far. We have to take it one step at a time. $281. Zoom isn't even guaranteed to reach $281. So let's take it one step at a time. I just want to keep you guys informed just in case there's some nasty momentum to the downside, that everyone will be prepared and no one has to freak out and try to figure out why is it doing this? It's just related to because this and that and this. No, I've already looked at this through technical data that the price wants to have a substantial move down, whether it's going to happen fast, whether it's going to happen gradually. I'm not sure, guys. I'm no genie. I don't have a crystal ball. I just have these weird candles that I get incorrect a lot and I get it right sometimes. Next week, Zoom. please show strength, serious, because you're running out of time. I don't know what else to say about Zoom. Next week, Zoom, serious, 331. Let's see a 331 close. And then everything should be at least in a position to make an attempt to stop these sellers. They're in the market. I can't make this up. The sellers are in the market. They've been making lower highs and lower lows. Stop them. I don't know what else to say. That's it. Give an appropriate thumb just below the video there if you enjoyed the content. You have the one level that it needs to get above. We have to give Zoom another week. And we have to revisit the charts every week for Zoom because I'm not sure. Guys, is anyone buying Zoom? Is anyone supporting this market? Yes? No? Let me know in the comment section. Also, before you go, if you're new, we cover the alternative markets. I'd love to send you out more information on the Bitcoin and altcoin alternative sectors. So subscribe with us. We'll send you that when it's available. So that's it, guys. Take care of yourselves. Protect your portfolios. Execute your strategies. We're going to talk very soon. And bye for now.